Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga Section. I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece Manga chapter 831. So we start things off and Pedro's like, you know what, Luffy? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that solo. I'm gonna need somehow. I'm gonna take Book with me. And Luffy's like, cool, take Book with me. That's fine. That's nothing. That's calm. So we see Brook and Pedro go off in the Channel 3 submarine. And when we spend the rest of the chapter with Luffy, Nami, Chopper, and Carrot. So now Luffy's like, I saw Sanji and Puddin on the coastline when we was back on the Sunny, but when I looked away and looked back, they disappeared. And we spend all of this chapter of them going further and further into this forest. They keep seeing Sanji, and then Sanji keeps running off further and further into the forest. So they're trying to follow him, trying to see what's going on. And while they're in the forest, they encounter loads of different weird things. And I'll say weird because these are almost standard for One Piece, like talking animals. That's one of the things we see that's usually standard in One Piece right now. We also, this chapter was funny as well because like there's all the different weird things and how the characters reacted to the weird things. It just made it funny, like when Chopper was getting vexed with that person who was buried alive. Seeing Luffy versus Luffy, that was funny as well. Just who the hell are you? And he's just getting vexed at literally himself. And this happened to be a mirror image of him. And we also see them just going further into the forest. Their compass, their log post is no longer working, their clocks are no longer working. Now, I think the rabbit that we see attack Nami, I think we've seen her before previously, not a full shot, but just like a silhouette kind of shadowy figure. She looks familiar to me basically. So as far as this chapter goes, this is the only like henchman of Big Mum's we see within the chapter who seems to be in this forest as well. So maybe we're going to get a fight somewhere along the lines out of one of the straw hats that we're left with now, Luffy, Chopper, Nami, or Carrot, or with this person, or she's just there to run some more games. But we see her. So at the very end of this chapter, we find out that this forest is called the Seducing Woods. Now that makes sense because it has been seducing them to go deeper and deeper within the woods. At the very last page of the chapter, it says it's called the Seducing Woods, and then we see the trees or something within the forest saying we need them to come deeper into the forest. And it makes sense because that's what the forest is doing, and they're using the image of Sanji to do it. At first, I thought this could be a mirror image of Sanji, but that didn't make much sense to me because it wasn't doing much talking and it wasn't acting like Sanji or a mirror version of Sanji at all. But the fact that it could be just them seeing Sanji because that's something that would seduce them to come within the forest even further works. But the question is that how is this forest seducing? Is it just like a natural phenomenon that this forest can do, similar to like we can get lightning, rain, and cotton candy snow? Can this forest just naturally seduce, or is it developability? I don't know how that would work, but it's One Piece. It's a possibility. If we can get weapons eating devil fruits, why can't we get like terrain and trees and such, especially since those things are living. So that is also a possibility, but that is just what happens in the chapter. It was not much going on, it's just very quick and paced with just some funny bits here and there, and then going deeper into the verse. And I cannot see where this is going. The only thing I can predict for the near future is obviously that fight between the rabbit that tried to kill Nami and one of the straw hats. I don't know which one. I don't think it matters at this point. I don't really think. Then again, I don't know if it'll be a long fight or not. Also, this mirror version of Luffy, is it a act of the forest or is somebody else, like one of Big Mom's henchmen in the forest, also playing games to further slow down the Straw Hats? This forest is very reminiscent of Alice in Wonderland, and I think that's where Oda is driving his inspiration for this forest, for this arc. Everything being Mom related, basically, but yeah, it's very evident within this chapter. It just has this whole Alice in Wonderland go to it. But that's it. If you want to say about the chapter, give it a 3, call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.